Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GSR 3301 setup. It's a tier 7 British light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Malinovka, or the east spawn you might say, and this one is under the command of the Bassman from Hell. Game on! Well, this is the tank that eventually led to the FE101 Scorpion. It's a CVRT, or rather was the CVRT, or became the CVRT. It's basically similar to the British light reconnaissance tanks, and that's what it is. It's a light tank. It's supposed to find the enemy and highlight them to their teammates. And we've spotted an EBR Hotchkiss out near the lake. Unfortunately for him, he's been seen by everyone, and you can see Bassman is headed for the bush right on top above the north side of the lake, where he can back in here so he can make a quick getaway and highlight all these enemy tanks to his teammates so they can be shot at. Now, he's only got a 75mm gun, but it's capable of doing 135 alpha if it penetrates through 180mm of armour. And with the APCR rounds, it can go through 220mm of armour, and he's got some HE rounds as well for 175 alpha. Now, he is spotting enemy tanks. You can see that he's racking up a lot of spots on the enemy. Those guys going up the hill, and because he was the first one to spot the Hotchkiss, or at least I think he was, he's managed to pick up some damage assist. Now, the enemy tanks are up on top of the hill now. Pardon me, are closer to the CS44. It's the CS52 Liss up there. So he's probably spotting them at the moment. Bassman saying, what the F is the Tiger T doing? Well, yes, I can understand that, because a lot of tanks are still down by the cap area, including the Tiger P. I think that's what he meant, not Tiger T. This is really bad news, because the only tank that's really come up here is the T29, and you hope that he's got the 105mm gun. I think he has. So at least he's got some firepower. And the CS52 Liss, well, he's got a decent gun as well. But the trouble is, all our heavy tanks are down by the cap area, and they're not really taking part, which kind of makes it difficult for Bassman. He's doing some forestry work at the moment just to prepare some trees so that his teammates can shoot at the enemy and also fall back into cover if they need to. And he's been joined by a Panther. That's good. That's at least something out of it. He's done a service to his teammates now by knocking those trees down, because it really does give you a good fallback position if you absolutely need to. But somebody went into that dip and knocked a tree over. He doesn't want to get too far in front of that T29 though, because otherwise the T29 might decide to use his wreck as cover. One of the enemy tanks is down in the position where he was in. In fact, actually, he's gone a bit further than that. He's actually gone to the bushes that's slightly beyond it. The T71 CMCD. There's a KB3 up there. From his position at this moment, he is spotting much further than the T29 can. So the T29 can get shots on the enemy, and it's Bassman who's picking up the spotting off it, even though he's only a short distance in front of the enemy. Now, he could take the shots himself, but if he did, he'd probably be wiped out very, very quickly. So it's better for him to actually remain silent, not to fire. Just sit here and spot them. Spot the enemy tanks for his teammates. He doesn't want to move up to those trees just ahead, because if he does, he will get spotted. The Panther's nearby. The CS52 Lynx is still... Yeah, there's the Panther. Looks like he's going around to try and deal with that IS-2 too. And here comes the 703-2. They decided to go down through the dip, which is something I like doing as well, because it kind of circumvents that area where you are actually in a killing zone. And I think Bassman suddenly realised, yes, this area is about to fall because the enemy are actually coming around these tanks, and they can't shoot at the enemy if they're in defilade, if the ridgeline's actually protecting them. So it's a good job that he actually did knock down those trees, because he's given them a second line of defence that they can fall to. That T-44 is still there though. It's not that Bassman can do anything about those tanks either. With his pop gun, because it really is just a pop gun, the 75mm, he's not going to do serious damage to those tanks, and they're going to do serious damage to him if he tries. Plus, on top of that, there's two enemy tanks down by the lakeside. Now, the T-71 CMCD, who managed to get into the dip next to the water. Whoa, T-44 went down to the T-29. Now, where's the other tanks gone? Well, there's a Patriot over there, and he's spotting him. Don't want to get spotted. I think he's outside the view range of the Patriot, actually. I think the Patriot's not even paying attention. And he's going up here, which is, you might say, reckless, but there is a KV-3 somewhere up here. And he's just spotted an IS from this spotting position. So he's now able to watch these enemy tanks, even though there's, or was, a KV-3 up here somewhere. In fact, now he's ended up with patrol duty medal for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks while they were damaged. Oh, cheeky! He took out the enemy scout, the T-71, and he wasn't even seen when he did it. There's the others. Now this is doubly cheeky, because now he's taking pot shots at these guys. Ouch! Now he did get spotted there, but his 6th sense didn't go off. Yeah, he's not getting through the armour. That IS is going to put holes in him if he's not careful. He might have the 100mm gun. He only did 187 hit points of damage when he did hit though. So maybe he only has the 85mm. I think that's more than likely. He has only got the 85mm. Okay, spotting the Patriot. Oh yes, easily going through the side of the Patriot, which isn't going to... Yeah, he's looking in. He's looking at you. I see pull back just in time there. The KV-3's come back. He's got the top of the turret. And he plops one into the cupola, which will really annoy that KV-3 driver. And I think he can get the kill with one shot. So he's sneaking up on him. The KV-3 driver is looking in this direction. And he's been killed, so he's out the game. The Striv S1 managed to get him. They've got a 2-tank advantage on the enemy. No other tanks in sight at the moment, except the Scorpion. Can he get a pop? Well, it was a nice try. The guy was on the move though, he's moving way too quickly. And, ooh, you're right close to the edge there. Don't dive off the edge. You won't survive. Yeah, no base jumping allowed. There should be a little sign saying no base jumping. Well, he's only got one premium ammo round left. After that, he's going to be restricted on his pen. I guess he was using the premium ammo because he just wanted to get damage on those enemy tanks, and it was just too tempting to just go up to the edge and shoot rounds in. We know we've got the IS-2 shielded somewhere around here. Is he still in that dip? Now he needs to be careful because if he pops up and he'll get proxy spotted. Yep, you were. Straight away. And he's going to be at least a 4 shot to kill. I don't think you can get away with just 3 shots. Not with the alpha of this gun, 135. You just wouldn't be able to do it. And the armour on this little thing is very, very light. It's only 40mm at the front in the turret, 30mm in the front of the hull, and 15mm all round on all other spots. So it's very, very light armour. it certainly wouldn't withstand a shot from a 122mm. That's why he doesn't want to get hit by that IS-2 shielded. He could possibly make it across the gap in the centre, and I think that's what he might be trying to do now. Or is he trying to creep up on the IS-2 shielded? Well, he's found the GSOR. I know he looks like he's sitting right out in the field, but remember, he's a light tank, so he's got the same camo on the move as he has when he's stationary. And he's sneaking up on these guys with the bushes in the way. They can't see him coming, but he's getting nice spots on them. Lost sight of them. There's the GSOR again. Now, if he gets a target of opportunity to take out one of these with just one single shot, of course he'll risk it. But at the moment, I think he's rather glad that that Tiger P didn't go up the hill now, because he's actually got some heavyweight teammates to actually take these guys on. The IS-2 is really out of position at this moment. Now, can he worm one of these guys out? Oh. Well, that didn't go as expected, and he actually got tracked, and now he's in a bit of a horrible situation. Is he going to survive? Oh, he took one big round, but can he kill this guy? No, and the GSOR is coming up. Now he needs the Tiger P to take on the CS, and he does. Woo! In fact, actually, it was Bassman who got the kill. But he has got a badly damaged engine now. Now there's only 4 enemies left. We know where 2 of them are. Don't know where the Scorpion G is or their Arty, the GW Panther. He's used his repair kit to get his tracks fixed whilst he was in that track position and being assaulted by the CS-53, but now he's going to have to take it kind of easy for the moment. Otherwise, he could end up being in sight of the enemy, but moving very, very slowly. Oh, he's found the IS-2 again. And the IS-2 goes down to a shot from the Jagdtiger 88, so those tanks that did camp at the base have actually proved their worth now. Auto aims on, doesn't get the kill on GW. Oh, it's painful to listen to it. There's only one enemy left. It's the Scorpion G. Can he lock on? Yeah, he gets one shot in. Get another one. Yes. Nice. And again. The reload on this gun is normally 5.87. He's got 5.51. Gets another round in. And there's the kill shot that wins the game. And it was the GW Panther on our team who got it from the other side of the battlefield. So a rather nice victory with a very bad engine at the end. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results from that game. It was an ace tanker for the Bassman from Hell in the GSR 3301 setter. He also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. He got his second mark of excellence in that game, as well as a fire for effect and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 9 in total. He also picked up a patrol duty while he was up on top of the hill. Because he went up there, he was able to get good sight of where all the enemy were and allowed his teammates to get damage on them from quite some distance away. And his win rate from that game was 5,668, which is Super Unicum standard. Now, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the CS-52 list on his own team, who did 2,591 hit points of damage before he got killed, I'm afraid. 2,522 went to the GW Panther on his team, who also got a Confederate for hitting a lot of the enemy, and some of that damage actually contributed to Bassman from Hell's patrol duty. The third highest damage in the game actually went to the Tiger 2, who got 2,108 hit points of damage as well. So 1,450, it's not bad considering you're a little light tank, and really you just don't have the armour to mix it with the enemy, and I was a bit worried when he actually tried to take on that CS-53 the way he did. It would have been better maybe to actually spot him, and then once the Tiger P had actually started engaging him, then quickly pop in and execute him, just as he's done before in the AMX 13-105. When it came to kills though, it was the Striv S1 who managed to get the most. He got 4 kills in that game, also picked up a tank sniper. 3 kills went to the Jagdtiger 88, and 2 kills went to the Liss, the GW Panther, BassmanFromHell, and the enemy Patriot. When it came to base XP, it was Baseman, 1,336 base experience points to him, 1,294 went to the GW Panther, getting all those hits on the enemy, and he did hit a lot of the enemy. You can see here, he actually hit 9 and killed 2, so he was a very, very busy GW Panther, especially with that sort of damage. Very well played by Bebito 1973. And the next high score after that was the Liss, who got 939 base. So these two were the top scorers in the game, really, in my book, because they both managed to get over 1,000 and substantially over 1,000 as well, which means they probably both ended up with ace tankers. Baseman fired 17 shots, got 15 direct hits and 12 penetrations. Yeah, it's a bit of a pea shooter of the gun, but once you use the premium ammo, you can punch through the side of even enemy heavy tanks. Unfortunately, when he took on the CS-53, he was aiming his shots at the heaviest armor on that tank, which is why he was having difficulty trying to pen him. And he only managed to pen the guy and kill him when he actually fired into the side of the vehicle. So, yes, I think actually the lessons learned there, don't try to engage a CS-53 from the front. He did 1,450 hit points of damage, of which 999 were at more than 300 meters. Yes, he was sniping them from the top of the hill. I don't think they liked that, actually, the way they were responding. 3 hits received, 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration. Yeah, I think the CS-53 managed to get 2 of those penetrations, or at least, no, he got 1 of them, because it was the IS who hit him with the other one, and that was, I think, was an 85mm round, because the alpha was very low. And 1 non-penetration, I think that may have been the CS-53. He spotted 5 enemy vehicles, damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2, and did 3,837 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he earned 48,912 credits, got 12,228 from personal reserves, a total of 61,140 altogether. But the ammo did cost him, and cost him dearly. After repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and the consumables were big as well because he did use large repair kits, large first aid kits. He actually ended up with a loss of 18,060 credits, but I suppose you could say they were well spent in terms of the fact that at least he managed to keep himself in the game, even if it was with a very duff engine towards the end of it. 2004 XP, 8,016 for completing a mission and events, and took away 10,020 altogether. Yes, right plays the wins the game. Yes, I think actually although everyone was a bit surprised that the Jagdtiger and the Tiger P were sitting at the cap when they should have been up the hill fighting with the T-29 to stop the enemy from coming down the hill, the T-29 and that CS-52 Liss actually did an excellent job in stopping that enemy and blunting that enemy attack, and then allowed everyone else to clean up afterwards, which was superb. But I think really when it comes down to it, the BassmanFromHell did a magnificent job by actually spotting people and keeping them spotted so that the Arty could do his job, and he was doing his job in a big way. But from all the spotting assist that he was getting, he was obviously allowing his teammates to get the nice shots in. Those shots where the enemy can't respond to you because they don't know where you are, but the shell hits them from way, way, way away. And of course then Baseman picks up all the spotting assist out of it. And that's why he ended up with such a huge XP, simply because he spotted like a champ. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.